To be honest, when I studied sports, I would have never guessed, like little me would have never guessed I would take it this far.
I think it's important to set like realistic goals, but also to set them high enough too, that like you should always believe you're capable of achieving the dream that you want.
Like triathlon is a sport that takes such a long time, at least it did for me. Like it took 7 years, I think, to get to this level.
Something that you feel to say, okay, this is for me. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but an Olympic Games is something big. I'm really committed for this.
I always race without the sleeves because it gives me more freedom. Hey, that's Marta! Yes. Everybody can spot me, so I mean, it has a downside and a upside.
Sziasztok, Kropko Márti vagyok Magyarországról, és a Podium Racing csapatát képviselem.
Now, I'm officially unemployed. Or officially an athlete. I don't know, we can decide. But well, actually I am planning to start another university soon, so
Yeah?
no big time to rest.
Like, what are you going to do now?
Just simple sports science.
No way.
Yeah.
It's not enough with triathlon, like swimming bike round, traveling around the world.
I want to have, because my first degree is economics, so I want to start something which is also close to sports.
Yeah.
And I just want to keep my head down and work and take each training, each day, each competition, one by one. Actually, it's really lovely. I saw little fishes, which are nice. As long as I don't see sharks or anything dangerous, it's a lovely course. The water is beautiful, like I can literally see everything. Yeah, it's nice.
I'm coming from swimming. Actually, our parents used to be professional triathletes as well. And when we started sports, they don't wanted us to be triathletes. So first they brought us down to training just to learn how to swim when we go for a vacation, to not drown in the water. And well, we just fell in love with the sport of swimming really quickly with my siblings, and we started going on little competitions. We won like chocolate medals and everything.
Yeah, the briefing is mandatory. They share all the information about the competition tomorrow, like the race course, statistics like water quality, the water temperature, every types of information also about the rules. Actually, some parts we have already listened to I think 100 times. But I really like going to the briefings. It's like one last time seeing my friends and my competitors before the competition. Hello. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to socialize.
Oh, no, you're good.
Wait, I have your shirt. Thank you. No, it's fine. It's fine. It was.
Yeah, the swim course was fun. The water and the sand were very slippery. Your feet sometimes you would land and it would be okay, and other times you would land and you'd kind of sink unexpectedly. The bike course is fun. Yeah, it's a little bit hilly, a little bit technical, and then there's also kind of a straight section, so you get a mix of everything. It's also blind a lot of the times, you can't see very far ahead, so I think it could be good for a breakaway.
So yeah, I ran Division I in college, track and field and cross country, and when I was graduating, I was I still feel so this competitive drive, I want to do something and compete at something, but it wasn't going to be running. And so I got contacted by the USA Triathlon Collegiate Recruitment Program, and that's really what kicked off this whole journey.
Smelling
For a second thought I brought the wrong one. It's been taking up the whole hotel. We've gotten
Are you in a room with her?
No, we were going to.
Okay.
Out of triathlon, I like to promote sport
Yes.
to the youngest generation. and that's what I'm doing with my brother.
Es que se hunde. Por lo menos busca una trayectoria que haya arena y no hundirte, ¿sabes? Hola, soy Alberto González, de España, y soy triatleta pro de
I
Podium
started
Race.
in triathlon thanks to my dad. From the beginning, like I was 4 or 5 years old, I did my first triathlon also with my brother. I've been working with him like from the beginning. And yeah, I realized like I had good skills because when I was playing in the school, in the park with the kids, like I could see like I didn't get fatigued. I was always like moving, running, going
Also the
fast.
podium
in, where did you do the World Cup?
Oh, CDA last year in June. Yeah. So hopefully some more of that
Because I know
action this year.
when you do podium in like in a World Cup,
Yeah.
you're able to race not.
That's
yeah.
yes, that's
The
where
US.
the big yes, that's I mean they've let some people like do that beforehand, but
Okay.
I think that was a big because I'm so new to the sport, that was a big like oh she's ready to
Run
do
it.
Yeah, I am a runner and yes. I get really nervous once the briefing starts, but I think that I'm going into this race reminding myself to breathe a little bit more, which will hopefully help settle the nerves a little bit. And then another thing I'm trying to do is like, okay, part of the swim reminds me of things I've done before, and then parts of the bike reminds me of things I've done in the past before, so that definitely takes some nerves off. I would say that I grew up swimming, doing every single sport in the books, and then my heart fell in love with running around high school, and towards the end of high school I decided I wanted to run in college, and unfortunately I experienced a lot of injuries, so I always kept up with swimming because it was something I loved.
Roads to get here, but today the very best short course triathletes in the world have descended on Alghero, a vibrant town on the northwest coast of Sardinia, for a straight up shootout to determine.
Towards the end of my first year of law school, I just happened to read and open my direct messages to Instagram, and Tommy Zafiris had reached out to me expressing interest for the collegiate recruitment program. And my twin sister went to Cornell with Taylor Knibb, and I asked, and I knew she did triathlon, and I didn't know any of the details with it. I asked her to bet. I was like, is this person legit?
Well, it was quite fast to like see that we are really good in swimming. And then actually I can't really remember how, but then I started on an aquathlon competition, which is just swim and run. And well, from there, I won my first competition, and from there it was just one step to triathlon. And after a while I had to decide whether I choose swimming or triathlon, and I'm so glad I choose triathlon because it's so much more fun, diverse and interesting. So yeah, this is my journey into the sport, and I'm really happy with it.
Right when I graduated college at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, I was able to work remotely for like 3 years of that, and so that allowed me to like live in Boulder, live with a training group, and then they had a return to office like mandate, so I wasn't able to work remotely anymore. So I moved back to Los Angeles for 4 months, and then I had to resign at JPL and get a new job in aerospace.
My final year of law school, I decided I was going to move out west and commit fully to triathlon. As my first pro race was March of 2024.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Not too long ago.
Not too long ago, and I DNF'd that race because I went out way too hard in the 10K, and it was super hot in Miami, and I passed out like 600 meters from the finish line.
No, actually, I'm quite skeptical with myself, so I'm really conservative with the way of thinking. My mom always tells me, and basically everybody around me, that I don't expect too much of myself, which is a problem, I think. Little me would have never guessed I would take it this far to like one of the biggest stages in sports and meet so many inspiring and motivating athletes, and actually race against these people who I just watched in TV a few years ago.
European Champs in 2013 in the youth team relay. That was the point that I decided to be in the triathlon, not the athletics anymore because I was doing in the past. So yeah, it was the moment to say, okay, let's go for triathlon.
This all feels really surreal and like a dream come true, to be honest.
I'm much more like, in the moment, this is what I need to be doing to get better at this thing.
When you start in your first time, it's like you start to walk through the mountain.
It's time now for the third round, the most anticipated round of the WTCS since Paris 2024 and the Olympic Games.
Athletes, you are now in the hand of a starter.
You don't need to see the peak, you just need to walk.
Position myself well on the seam. I was in third and like second, third position, which I think was perfect.
It's going to be a fast and furious change today. Using Hungary,
the first two laps were the four of us, and then a bigger bunch of people caught us. And after that, like, it was constantly somebody attacking and like playing with the speed of the group.
And my hope was like, if I just kept showing up and doing that day after day, it would eventually translate. It took a long time, like it took 7 years, I think, to get to this level for me. There's a whole bunch of different paths you can take in triathlon, and that's why I think the sport is so cool, right? Like, there's all these people from different backgrounds who are here racing, and they bring something a little bit different every time.
First I stumbled, then I got up, and then I collapsed. Like, I'm so delirious. Like, I just remember, like, I grew up Catholic, but I just remember having this spiritual experience on the way to the hospital, feeling like this spirit was telling me everything was gonna be okay and that I was in the right place. Like, triathlon is the right sport. And
the Olympic race is all we see through what we watch in the TV, but there's a lot of emotions, a lot of histories in all the athletes, but you need to see like all the picture is the 2 years before. Yeah, it's so many obstacles through the journey, like when you are not selected for many races, injuries, yeah, bad results.
Obviously, my plan is also to qualify for the Olympics, especially after the disappointment in Paris, because I broke my feet and I couldn't help our relay to qualify. And in the last moment, we lost our slot, which is kind of heartbreaking. But this, I don't know, like this feeling made me a lot hungrier to work harder.
Everyone in the US is excited about a home Olympics in Los Angeles, right? So yeah, definitely excited that the Olympics will be in LA. And yeah, I think I have a really good shot of making it. It's weird to say that. But if I just look at where I was when I started in the sport, like 7 or 8 years ago now, it like would have been a long shot, right?
It's something that will make you stronger through the journey. Like, it's a really long period. It's like 2 years of Olympic qualification. So you need to go like step by step. It's not to see already the goal. It's just to be race by race.
Venga, Alberto, estás. Venga, tío, estás ahí, Venga, va.
Y al final, bueno, pues he salido del agua justo ahí en el corte, porque me he montado en la bici, estaba Charles Packet, luego ya lo enganché, enlacé con el grupo un poco más tarde de la subida, que vi a Hauser en el suelo. En la misma vuelta vi a Henry Graf con Hidalgo, que se habían enganchado, no sé qué había pasado exactamente, pero sabía que, bueno,
que tenemos que tener precaución porque bueno, el circuito estaba bastante liso.
Gina's first race back in a while, so it was great to see her. I know her swim didn't go as planned and like she wanted, but she got in a good group on the bike, a third group, and she had some strong riders, and I think she felt like she rode really, really hard, and they pulled her up to that second group.
I chose to run my own pace for the first time ever, because usually I choose someone to pace me.
I mean, I was proud of her for keeping her nose in the game and then running strong. I mean, she ran up to 19th place, which is really, really solid. Danny had a decent swim, better swim, I would say, than a couple weeks ago, and then on the bike, like, sat in nicely. Which I know is something she's working on, and then, you know, her run was like okay. I guess she dropped to 25th or so, but still, yeah, I would say it was a decent day for both of them. Solid day. I mean, this is a super hard course and very, very, very competitive field.
Ya está, tío.
Muy bien, tío.
Seguimos, sí, sí. Estoy contento, ya está. Se puede, se puede, se puede.
Claro que sí.
Y cuando me he visto en ese momento de poder luchar por un podio en series mundiales, he dicho, wow, esta es la mía. Lo que pasa que simplemente mis piernas no aguantaban hasta a falta de 1,5 kilómetros, justo la bajada del último giro, que a mis piernas han dicho basta.
Yeah, like I'm happy with the effort, especially for my first race of the year, but I think there's like a lot of work to do still to be where I want to be in races.
So first race which comes to LA, first top 10 on the WTCS and first points towards the Olympic ranking. So I'm really, really happy about my competition. Like I said, my first ever top 10, and to be honest, like I couldn't wish for a better start. I'm really happy across my form across all 3 sports. I'm just thrilled to have a run like this. I worked so hard with my coach and mentally also to believe a little bit in my running. So, like, I'm literally over the moon now. And then I was like, okay, let's go on the bike. We have to put pressure on and try to create a grab. And I crashed out.
Number 14 from Hungary, Kropko Marta. Michalichkova.
Entonces al número 12 por España, Alberto González.
Okay, well, I first got into triathlon when hold on, I might have to do this again because I need to do the maths in my head when I actually started. When I was younger, I broke my nose quite badly playing rugby. And so just to do a sport, I started getting into running, and I already swam at the time. So it was a hop, skip and a jump into getting into triathlon. I think I started taking it quite seriously when I tried to get into my regional academy for triathlon, and the coach there, Sarah Coop, she kind of explained to me that I needed to be quite a bit better at swimming, and my run was there, and that bike would take quite a bit of time to develop, but I had the skills to do quite a bit in tri, and then since then it's been a bit of a whirlwind, and I've just been really enjoying myself since. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shame. Like I was positioned well enough out the swim. I think I came out of T1 in like 4th, and I just, I knew it'd be a long day, and I wasn't feeling too fresh. So I kind of just tried to surf wheels a bit and be a bit of a pack rat, because I was definitely feeling it.
Venga, un fortísimo aplauso también para Sara, que yo creo que está
And then I was like, okay, Martin, let's get your things together. I got back riding. I was alone in between the first and the second pack, and I told myself, it's never over until it's over. I got back on the first pack, and then we were basically caught by like 30 girls. And then I tried to do a fast transition. I exited like 3rd maybe from the transition, putting the socks on there, so that was quite solid. And then I was trying to keep my pace, and no, I finished 6th. I'm really happy.
Last lap, half lap, it was like 7 seconds behind me, 7 seconds in front, and it could have gone either way really. And I think we were all really feeling it. And then, yeah, went around the last dead turn. I saw the guy in front, he looked behind, and that was kind of my sign that he was pretty cooked as well.
His European title, ladies and gentlemen, Oliver Conway. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Garr taking silver in the sprint finish and finishing 3rd, bronze medal.
Yeah, I mean, I think for most elite triathletes, the Olympics is always that end goal, that dream that everyone's chasing. I do realise that I am still quite young, and being with the British Federation, like there are a lot of good guys ahead of me who I look up to and am now privileged enough to race against.
There's so much wisdom that I've gained since that little rookie, but that little rookie also had the beauty of not making all of these mistakes and carrying that added baggage with them. So when I toe the line, sometimes I'm reminded of the mistakes I've made in previous races. But you don't want to carry it in a negative way. You want to use it to fuel you forward.
I'm one of the younger guys in podium racing, and so to have guys and girls with a wealth of knowledge about racing in World Series, Olympic Games, it's really valuable.
An Olympic Games is something big. I'm really committed for this. You just feel it and you work for it. I don't know how I'm going to make it, but it's there.
And well, I feel like everything I am today, I owe to the little girl who started this journey, because she started everything. She believed in herself, and me, I will try to do everything I can to finish this journey in the best way possible.